Good morning and welcome to Fort Zeller Elementary School. This is your principal, Mr. Lin, and I hope that you had a wonderful Tuesday yesterday. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2022, and it is a day one. Now, before we kick off this wonderful day, I want to invite you, as I always do, to participate in the Mindful Minute. Mindful Minute is a good way to get yourself settled and to arrive at this moment. Not to worry about the past, not to worry about the future, but this is the only moment you have any control over because this is where you exist. So let's use our senses to observe this moment, using our eyes, for instance, and just scan your environment, locking in on something that you're grateful for. Study its texture, the different textures, how close or far it is away from you in the room, how big it is, identify what it is at all, right? Then with your nose, breathe in and out. With your sense of smell, what did you pick up, right? And then once again, observe using that sense of smell with a heart of gratitude. Come up with something that you're thankful for. Then pause with your ears and just pause and listen. Just observe what sounds there are. And once again, it never fails. There's so many sounds around that we don't notice until we've stopped and actually paid attention. It's crazy to think that when we move on with our day, those sounds are still there, but we just ignore them. Last but not least, with your sense of touch, with your skin, what do you feel? All right, now let's move on to our mindful breathing technique. And once again, today I'm going to use Lena's breathing technique, the cutting the cake method. Of course, boys and girls, you can continue to practice that with me, or you could use one of our other breathing techniques, snowflake breathing, right? There's so many, the elevator breathing. You could use our classic starfish breathing, smelling the candle, rainbow breathing, right, Kate? So you can use whatever breathing technique works for you, or maybe you're developing one for yourself to eventually share with everybody else, and you can use that as well. Okay, I'm going to use the cutting the cake method. I'm noticing my body. I hope you are too. Just notice that you exist. Notice that chair holding you up. And once you are fully in this place, go ahead and take that first breath in and out. Let your shoulders relax. Arrive at this moment. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Settle into your chair. Feel your body connecting to that chair holding you up. Breathe in again. And breathe out. Continue to breathe in again. If your mind is off thinking about other things, just as you breathe out, bring that attention back to the here and the now. And as you breathe in once again, notice a part of your body that you haven't noticed before. Breathe out. I happen to be noticing the bottom of my left foot. Seems to be a bit sore today. Breathe in. So it's hurting a little bit. I feel like I've sprained it slightly. Breathe out. And yet I'm just going to notice that sensation. What it feels to be sore. What it makes me feel like. Breathe in. Breathe out. Also, notice what feelings and emotions you brought to school today. In and out. Some are pleasant, some not so pleasant, but whatever they are, identify those feelings and let them into your heart. So easy is it, as we breathe in, that we'd like to push away those feelings, especially unpleasant ones. Breathe out. Allow ourselves to just let them in and seek understanding. Now, in a moment, you'll hear a bell or a chime. Listen to it as it gets quieter and quieter. And when you can't hear it anymore, you may then open your eyes and awaken to the world that is around you. Welcome to a new day right here at the Fort, where you are loved, where you are cared for, and where we want you to succeed. Now, whether you have a great day or not, it's ultimately your choice. So choose wisely, work at it, and enjoy the rewards. At this moment, please stand and face the flag for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Go ahead and take a seat. I want to thank you for joining me in the Mindful Minutes. Good way to just get ready. One of our 3 Bs, get ready for the day. It's, once you get in the rhythm of it, if you're doing it with me, you might just kind of pick it up as part of your routine, just like getting up, rolling out of bed, right? Brushing your teeth, putting your socks and your shoes on, getting your backpack and getting onto the bus. Just things that you do every day to get yourself ready for the day. Maybe the Mindful Minute is part of it now. Now, we have 3 expectations here at the school. Number 1, be respectful to yourself as well as to others. You know what that looks like by now, I think. Now it's just a matter of trying to do it, right? Once again, I want to remind all of us, we have 2 ears, right? We have a pair of ears, but only 1 mouth. So it's important for us to use our ears to listen and give that respect to others. And then when it's time for you to talk, others should use their ears and give respect to you as you use your 1 mouth, right? Also, show that you're responsible. Speaking of that mouth, right? We can use our mouths in hurtful ways. We all know that. I saw it at lunch yesterday. But I was also really pleased to note that some of those kids who I had to talk to ended up choosing to use their mouths in responsible, kind, and caring ways. Doesn't mean you can't have fun at lunch. It just means that we're going to do it in a way that doesn't hurt other people, doesn't make other people feel worse. Okay? Same thing with our hands and our feet. Do things that are helpful and encouraging. Same thing with how you think. Hopefully, the way you think isn't always going to be bad things, that you think yourself as a bad person if you make a mistake, for instance. Sometimes you just have to encourage yourself and say, you know what, that was a mistake. Let's fix it. Okay, so then that brings us to being ready, because being ready to learn also means being ready to fail. We're going to make mistakes, like I said. And some of us can judge ourselves and we can beat ourselves up over it. Or you can choose to say, you know what, this is part of the learning process. I am supposed to learn, I'm supposed to fail, and I'm supposed to get back up and try again. And if I fail again, I'm supposed to get up and try again. And if I fail yet again, I'm supposed to get up and try again. Builds toughness, and I think every one of you boys and girls is a tough bunch. Great kids, kind, but you guys have grit, and so don't give up. All right. Now, our character trait of the month now is cooperation. We talked about this. Working together in a team or in a small group to get something done. Something that maybe none of us could do on our own, but we are able to do together as a group, right? So that's what cooperation is, and I really want you guys to work on it. In fact, the thing about cooperation is that you can't do it on your own. You're going to have to work with other people to make something happen. So I hope that you guys are thinking about it, looking for those opportunities where you're working with somebody to make something happen, something great, hopefully. All right, now I want you to hear this because it's super important to me to share it with you, and that is this. I love you. I like you guys all just the way you are. Yesterday, there was a girl that gave me a little note, and all it said was, I like you just the way you are. It made my day. I also had plenty of kids come up to me and say share that same message, but I hope you're not just sharing it with me. I hope that you're finding your teachers. You know that they're trying every single day before school and after school to get ready to teach. It's not easy. You only get to see what your teachers do during the school day, but they do so much at night and early in the morning. Go up to them and tell them thank you, and tell them that you like them just the way they are and how hard they work and that you recognize it. And then go find your friends and your classmates and share that same message because they deserve to hear it from you too. All right? Well, I can't wait to see you guys around. Have an amazing Wednesday.